Whoa. And welcome to the show.
But that was your real intro? Are you sick? You ill?
It's just this weird weather, man. My nose is like all effed up. My lungs, my everything. I don't have a cold.
Just ucky.
Just feel ugh.
I'm very sorry to hear that you're ugh.
Yeah. I want some Hawaii weather.
I have a friend who just got back from Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know when her plane arrived?
Hmm.
Midnight on Saturday. You know, during the middle of the snowstorm. She didn't get home till after 3 o'clock in the morning. She just got back from Maui and there was snow on her window. She's like, just turn the plane around. Let's go back.
You deserve it. You didn't take me with you, whoever you are, nameless person who went to Hawaii that I don't know and shouldn't have never even talked to me because I'm crazy.
Wow. That's...
Right?
It's going to make for some Christmas party this year, man.
Yeah. So... My throat is a little scratchy today, but we'll deal with it.
Want me to scratch it with my diamond pickaxe? I've got one here.
No, that's all right.
You sure?
Hold on, let me take a drink of water. Don't move. I told you not to move.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Holy cow.
I wasn't physically moving. I was just looking that way.
You take orders just like my cats.
I'm way
not
better
at
than
all.
cat.
Anyway, as you can see, nothing that I have
Can I move
shown
now?
you is any different than ever was before. Yes.
Thank you.
We have got some sand that we've been getting, and you would think that this is coming from the Etho sand quarry, but it's not. It's actually mostly coming from a project that I've been working on while the wife has been at work.
What have you been doing?
Is it dark already?
It looks like it's getting there.
We're on a roll today. Let's hit the siesta. I went the opposite direction because I was looking for the sunshine that didn't exist because it was cloudy and supposedly raining, even though we're in the desert, so it doesn't.
Got it.
Yes. On that last episode, we talked about doing roads, and boy golly, when I say I'm going to do roads, I'm going to do roads.
You did roads?
No, but that's where all the sand came from.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like, wait, what?
I got all of these things laid out. I have markers everywhere, and most of these are a 15 by 15. And then there's
like
a couple of doubles here, so it'd be
30 by 30s?
30-something. They're big.
Big ones.
Right.
It's a beacon. Oh,
So-
wait, why is this? Hey, is an Enderman milling the stand right here?
More than likely.
Stupid
So we've got
Endermans.
what could be essentially a city center. And very early on in the project, when we were making the orb over there, I said something about I wanted to make a city ruin. And that's kind of why we did this up the way we did and left it. And it also plays into why we're in the desert with this thing, because of the way grass and leaves and vines look in the desert biome itself.
Look all deadish.
But I want to get going on the road thing, and I want to make a gradual transition. So when we get all the way over to this end, which actually ends right next to the water,
Oh, the beautiful waterfront of the city.
it looks like the road has barely had any issues. It has barely been touched.
Ah.
And on this end, it's been blown to smithereens because the orb came down and screwed everything up.
Stupid orb.
Right?
Why don't we just blow the thing up with TNT? It's been ruining everything. And we didn't
It's
work
not-
really hard on it.
It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. You want to mess that up?
No, I don't. I just wanted to make a joke. You didn't laugh, though, so apparently it
'cause
wasn't
it's not
funny.
Mm-mm. So what I've got in my inventory is what I think is going to work out. Let me throw that on the ground.
That
Is
sounds
going to work out the
someplace
best for this here. So we have a transition in this, and this has got a little bit of a pinkish yellow, but if you look at the sand next to it, it kind of helps pick that up.
I have a suggestion.
Yes,
And feel free to tell me I'm wrong, but...
you're wrong.
Okay, so the mossy cobble is really bright green,
Yes.
whereas everything else is kind of yellowish green.
Yeah.
What would you think about not using mossy cobble, but using smooth stone there? So you're looking at this nice, like, blacktop road, and then it would fade into smooth stone, and then go into the cracked, and then into the gravel?
Well, we can use the smooth stone in here if you think that would work, help kind of mix it up a bit. I'm a bit concerned just because smooth stone is that, and usually people consider smooth stone as a lack of moving a block, but we can check it out. But I wasn't planning on using a lot of the mossy cobble.
Okay.
I was going to use it fairly sparingly.
I was just thinking it's gonna look,
because if you look in
pretty
this,
bright green, you know.
I mean, there's some in there, and I don't think it looks terrible.
No, it doesn't look terrible by any means.
It's just in a couple of spots, and if we kind of think about that when we're placing it, like, you know, if it would be something that would be like on this stretch, this is going to have sun all day long because it's
like
east to
this
west.
section here that's like in the shadow because the sun comes up that way.
Yeah, they could potentially have ruins on either side of it to get some.
Okay,
so,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the plan. We're gonna essentially start laying all this stuff out into the roads, making them look all torn up and old and aged, and then
we're still talking about the roads, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Weirdo. Then we're gonna get into creating some architecture, and the architecture in this area is going to start out with basic concepts that would be full buildings, and then
break them apart,
kind of tear them down, and get them to their.
Or you could just let me build the ones that look like they're supposed to be torn up.
Well, wouldn't that be like a normal building for you, though?
Exactly. So it wouldn't be difficult for me because it's just like I normally build, but it'd look like it was all torn up.
Right.
Because that's how I build. Yeah. That's what I meant. It's getting dark now.
There are still some issues with random mobs spawning around here, and I thought we had it pretty well lit up between hidden torches and fires, but...
Did you just get blown up by a creeper?
No.
Okay.
I just killed another mob, so I'm trying to figure out why they're spawning in the area.
Because they're running out of places to spawn, and they're very upset with us.
So we'll have to, work on it a little bit here and there. I mean, obviously there's... None of the sand is lit up yet, because that's harder to light up and keep it hidden. But that's helping out with the mob trap as well. It's getting better and better all the time. So this is kind of where a road starts. If it continued on straight, as this one would have for a while, because it was the main east-west road out of this town that we're building, it would be basically right in that direction. So if you follow it this direction, you start to see some gravel popping in through the sand, and then it gets a little bit more intense. And it just gradually moves into these other block types. Here's the cobblestone. And then the cobblestone gets a little bit thicker, and then we'll continue these on in these other directions. And these ones being the north to south, the sun going this direction, we can add in a little bit of mossy here and there, especially towards the center of those areas. And then if you just keep on going this way, you'll see some transition into some smooth stone. Rain suggested adding that in there to add a little bit more contrast and whatnot. Just jumping directly into the cyan clay it got dark really fast, and there is a little bit of dark in the cobble, but it looked wrong. So I think this gives a better representation of it breaking down. And then you keep on going, and you keep on going, and we're over here in the outskirts of this area, and the road's still here, but it's just got a couple of patches that are starting to break down. Might come back in here and make a couple of areas that are really bad once we get the buildings in place. We've got to figure out exactly what we want to do with those. As you can see, this is a really good one to show. This is a 15 by 15 here, so it'd be like a city block, and we can figure out what to do with this. In this case, we can divide this and put essentially 4 buildings into this, pretty large buildings. And then we have these large ones here that are 33 by 33. There's 2 of them, this one here and that one there, and that'll be our really large buildings or town hall or whatever we decide to do here. We still got to come up with some kind of a theme as far as the buildings go, what we're going to do with those. Should we head back?
Yeah, it's always getting dark.
But
all the time.
We flatten this out a lot.
Can you put some sand right here because it's driving me crazy?
Yes, we flatten this out a lot to make it look a little bit more like a cityscape, and then we'll implement some grass because it'll be dead and it will look great. We'll have sand in places
still.
A
million bad things are coming.
Especially the closer you get to the orb, and I think it's going to work out for us. So we're going to continue on working on the road here for this episode, and there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about while we place down our road. We'll get back with you shortly. Starting to get a feel for this. got a couple more things that come really close to the orb here. This one here. And then the water kind of helps with this whole breakup. And then we're going to have to deal with some of these sand in this area. The dirt's all going to go away, but obviously this is going to have to be replaced with probably more cobbled or whatnot to make it look more like a structure. And then we got some more transition in here. And then we talked about adding some mossy in it. And I originally had probably twice as many of these in just this little area. There's only 4 of them, but it was way too much. I've knocked it down to 4 now. And if you look at it from a distance, just having a couple of spots here and there, it brings your eye to it immediately, which is kind of bad. But at the same time, I kind of want to give a hint of stuff coming back. And very early on in the thought process of this, Rain and I discussed how we were going to do lighting for the area. And one of the things that had come up was doing bushes with lights under them. And I was very much against it. But then I'm thinking, if we have this kind of gradual change where less and less has been destroyed and whatnot, obviously the bushes are going to work. We could probably even,
in fact, if we had some bushes coming right up through in the middle of the roads, would probably be good occasionally to show that kind of, it's not that people are back here and cultivating the place, it's just that nature's kind of
taking it back
over.
That would be cool. Yeah, it kind of be like tumbleweeds even type of thing. It just took root.
Yeah.
So we got that in place. We're starting to make some more progress on that. The wife is starting to lay some stuff out over here as well. I don't know what she's got way over here. So, babe,
what?
See how far away you are from this?
Oh, I guess I was kind of going just this way.
Yeah, you got to look at it as stuff's starting to spawn.
Okay, we can kill it. We have diamond swords.
So
die, bad spider, die.
Yeah, I got to bring this back over some more.
Okay.
I would start where you have this transition right in here.
Mm-hmm.
Get that to about this location.
Okay.
And I think you'll be good. But as we head back into hit the sleepy, one of the things I wanted to bring up to you guys is our gaming channel. Wife and I have been playing a Skyblock map with a couple of people, and it's been a blast. And I've noticed that more and more of you guys have been checking it out. I have other things on there that you're not as interested in, but that's okay. I'm not playing them because I'm playing them. I'm not playing them for views. I'm playing them because I want to. So you guys watch what you enjoy by all means, but
you're not gonna force them to watch videos they don't want to watch.
I'm just saying, I'm not looking for likes or anything. I'm gonna play the game regardless. So I'm gonna video.
Might as well record it and put it down there. Makes sense.
But what I wanted to talk about was we're that group of 4 that are playing Skyblock. We are going to be finishing that up sooner rather than later. We're pre-recording a lot of it, so it's probably going to run. If we finish in February, I think it'll run into March.
Yeah.
So we were looking for something else to do after that. We want to possibly do.
I want to do a CTM.
Yes. And the first thing that came to mind for all of us was Vex.
Do a Vex map.
But Vex is not making maps anymore. He's on Minecraft, and kudos to him. Oh, hello, creepers. I'm happy that he's able to get on there and all that, but
we miss his maps.
Yeah, we miss his map making. So we thought about playing. Yeah, we thought about playing some of the old Vex maps because we've never played them. I haven't even seen a good amount of them played by other people.
Yeah, I mean, we really only watch like one person that does Vex maps. Really.
Yeah, Joe Hills is pretty much who we watched for Vex maps. We've watched a few Biffas, but he's only done 2, and I don't think he went very far into either of them. And I'm thinking we could play those, and since it's going to be on a server, we could play them on the original version they were intended to be played.
Oh, so like if they were made for 1.6, we play them in 1.6. If they were made for whatever, smaller numbers than that, we could play them for smaller numbers than that. I
think that could work for us. What do you think?
I think so.
So my thought process on that is good. Everybody, I think, will be on board, but I wanted to see what you guys thought. I would like to know, for those of you that have been watching the game channel or would consider going and checking it out, what would you be interested in seeing us play? Would you like to see us play some of the older Vex maps? Would you like us to play some of the newer CTM maps by Vex? Would you like us to play some CTMs by other people? And if so, please suggest them. I am not super familiar with non-Vex maps. I know there's a lot out there, but unless I see somebody play them, I don't know that they exist. And
of course, stop being an idiot.
Aside from watching Joe Hills play Vex maps, pretty much all we've seen is BOO and Generic mess around with the stuff they do, and, well...
They cheat.
They cheat, and they don't play CTMs because they're terrible. So, yeah. Let us know. Give us a heads up, and that'd be epic if we got some cool ideas and some thought process from you guys, what you'd be interested in seeing. Alright. Something else that happened recently, in fact, the day we are recording this is when it, I do believe, happened.
I'm drinking ginger ale and grenadine as we speak.
Say it again?
I said I'm drinking ginger ale and grenadine as we speak.
Shirley Temple passed away today.
She's 85.
For those of you that don't know who Shirley Temple is,
go watch.
I am very, very sorry for you. She is something of an icon. She is I would say she is the female version of John Wayne when it comes to Americans.
Could be. I mean, she's definitely the absolute most adored child star of all time because she never grew up. She retired from acting at 16.
21 actually is when she
21?
retired from acting.
Oh, well, I mean, how many movies did she make between 16 and 21 though?
Fair enough.
Because in the 30s, she made like 4 or 5 movies a year, you know?
Yeah.
So many good ones too.
She was in things like the Littlest Rebel.
Yep, and Little Miss Broadway, and Heidi.
Yes.
Ooh, Baby Take a Bow, Little Miss Sunshine. No, not Little Miss Sunshine. She had done something like that.
Yep.
There's another movie out recently called Little Miss Sunshine, or a TV show that has nothing to do with Shirley Temple. So that's why I got confused. But yeah, and she sang, she danced, like tap dance. She was often partnered by the big dancing names of the time, like Bojangles Robinson and
yeah, she did a lot with Bojangles.
Gene Autry, I believe she did. I'm pretty sure she did at least one movie with Fred Astaire. But she often played the orphan.
Yes.
Or at least, half orphan. I don't remember her having a mother in many shows.
Well, and most of the films that she was in are black and white. Some of them were redone in color, but I would say the majority of them were black and white. She did star in directly two color films. Mm-hmm. So obviously she's not that ancient.
Well, I mean, she was popular during the Depression. I mean, yes. it was a while ago.
So I would strongly suggest, if you are of a younger generation and you don't know who Shirley Temple is, I would suggest checking her out.
I bet they've just released a bunch of her movies on Netflix right now.
Yes.
Probably, because
more than likely.
She passed away.
And if you have parents that you watch movies with or whatnot, ask them about them, and especially your mothers. They would be happy to be like, hey, Mom, I want to watch a Shirley Temple movie with you. Do you have any suggestions? I'm sure your mom would get a kick out of it. So,
rest in peace, Shirley Temple Black. After
you'll be very much missed. And
after she was an actress, she went on to be a U.S. diplomat. I mean, she was a humanitarian big time, and she represented the U.S. well. I mean, right up until she didn't do anything. I mean, I don't think she worked until she was 85, but. That was the...
Look, she was into politics, and that's a very natural way to go for people in Hollywood because it's just a lot more acting.
Yep.
I love how you squat down while you're placing the anvils.
You do?
Well, you're ducking because you're clicking on a...
Oh, because I had to click shift.
Yeah, but it's like, ding, ding. All right, guys, so if we take a trip out here and
I don't want to
look
go
at
on a
our
trip.
roads, we have completed it. It is another day or two since we started a project, but...
Minecraft? I was going to say Microsoft days. Well, Minecraft days or real days?
Definitely real days. Minecraft days have been plenty more than that. It wasn't like it was a terribly difficult thing to do. I actually think that the digging everything out and laying out the grid took longer than laying down the road, but it's very cool.
What about laying down the law? Did you do any of that?
Say it again.
What about laying down the law? Did you do any of that?
Lay down the law? No, there's no law in Minecraft, is there?
I think Dinnerbone does the law in Minecraft.
No, he's the villain in Minecraft, I think. And all the stuff that he does. But we've got all the roads laid in as far as they needed to be. We do have it set up so that we have a couple of roads that lead on, so they would be the main roads in and out. So we have to figure out what we're going to do with that, some kind of transition at some point. This one somewhere? Here, and then if we go straight this away, this one goes into water, so making a bridge and then coming out the other side with a different kind of like cobble or something like that's pretty easy to do. That one also hits the water. And that could just be like docks or something, because then it goes into the ocean.
Okay.
And then this is the one that would go through, so it can come up the other side at some point.
Oh, okay. It would be broken on that side and then like head off into the forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got it all pretty well figured out for this area. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do for buildings. And there's a couple of color combinations that I have been toying around with. But the one that immediately comes to mind here is we're going to need...
A lot more cowbell?
A lot more cowbell. We're going to need some mossy stone brick.
Hey, I know where to get some of that.
And as you know, we don't play in the snapshots, so we got to go get it. So I think the next episode we'll do some resource gathering. We also may see some... I think it's... What is it just called? Brick? It's not stone brick.
Stone brick?
The red brick.
Oh, yeah. So we got to get some clay then?
We got to get some actual clay, not some hardened clay, so we can smelt some of that up. But I think we got it.
I'm ready. Let's do this thing.
All right. So we'll head over yonder, and we'll meet you guys in the next episode where we go and explore a little bit of the area around the end portal, because we haven't lit any of that up, really. And then we'll gather some resources, and we'll start working on some different kinds of buildings.
Sounds like a plan. We're about to be ambushed, man.
Don't forget that like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I will see you next time.
Bye, guys.